Well guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be stretching these beaver and fleshing them out. So hopefully you just came from our other video where we showed you how to skin them out here and everything. So let's get into it now. So the first thing we do here when we're stretching and drying and fleshing them here, you want to pin. First we're just pinning the nose out, and we just pull her straight back in the center of the tail, put another nail in, and it's all really kind of by feel, how tight you want to have your hide and everything. But when you do it, you don't want to try to make a perfect circle. You want them to be a little bit oval shaped. And all he's doing here is spreading it. We'll start on, it'll pin out each side of the beaver here, and it'll make our width and length of the beaver. And you might have to throughout pull nails and go back and stretch it, make it shorter or wider, just all the feel of it. And you want to make sure you got them even, and that's what Connor's doing right now. This side here is a little bit shorter than this side, so he's going to make this side a little bit longer so you can get the most out of your hide here. Well, it's just about the exact same length, I'd say. And now you just keep on repeating the same process. And the section you just pinned out, you break them each down in chunks. And they make templates that you can stretch them on boards too, but we've done enough of them that you can just know by feel and about right where it's supposed to be. He's checking, and that side's quite a bit shorter than that side, so you're going to move the nail over here again. Now you don't want to do what he just did and get her too close to the edge, because it will pop out and rip the hide. They're about the same. You want to keep your nails about 1/8 to 1/4 inch in from the edge of the hide. Now he's doing the front half of the beaver. Measuring it again. Measuring where it should roughly go. You can see where he's putting it on the edge. Pretty close, about the same. It's good enough. You can see the general shape that it's going to end up in, the oval shape. It just keeps on working around the edge, doing the exact same thing all the way around the beaver. Now here, by its colon, the skin's a lot thinner, so you're going to have to take a little bit more in further so you don't rip it out there. And all the nails have about even tension when you're stretching it on them. Now this side is all broke down in quarters again. You just keep on repeating the same process. You know, that's the front lip of the beaver there that's sticking out, but that you'll end up cutting off. So here you just want to bring it in, don't pin the lip out. Now that will just cut off at the end. Alright, here he's already got going on to the opposite side. And you can just see just breaking each section, each two nails apart, splitting them perfectly in the middle, leaving a little gap and just pulling it tight. That's a little bit thinner there, so we're taking a little more with it so we don't rip out. There ain't much else to stretching them out here, so we'll pick you back up when we got her pretty close to being all nailed out here and ready to start fleshing. Just want to remind you guys, if you're not subscribed yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on stuff like this, or when we go trap them, or any other hunting stuff we might do. But you can either go down below and hit that subscribe button, or in the bottom corner of the screen there, hit that little red button. That'll make you subscribe to our channel and help us we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the time turkey season comes here, so make sure you tune in for that. But we also are thinking about trying to tan this beaver here ourselves, so if you're interested in that, let us know down below in the comments, or let us know how you guys flesh and stretch your beaver. Maybe we'll try a different way sometime. But here you can see here now, he's making quite a bit of progress here on it. All the nails are quite a bit closer, about 1.5 inches right now. And in the end, there'll be about a 1/2 inch gap in between each nail by the time we're done stretching them out here. So pick you back up when we're closer to that. Well, we got her all cleaned up now and pinned out. Connor's just adjusting the lip right here, and so you can cut off the excess on it. On here, this one, we didn't put quite as many nails around the edge as we normally would. Normally, we put at least another 2 more nails probably in between all these gaps here for a shrinkage so it doesn't rip and stuff on us. But this one, we're probably gonna be trying to tan it ourselves, so we're not quite as worried about it, because we'll just let it dry on here for a day or two so it won't have much shrinkage. So that's why we're not putting as many nails in as we would. But we're gonna start the fleshing process here on it soon, so pick you back up when we start. Right there, you just trimmed off that edge, cleaned it up so it's nice and smooth there. Now it's all smooth right there. That's ready to start fleshing it. Well, we're on to the fleshing now. Alright, now he just got his knife, keeping it real flat and just going up along the head here where it's got a lot more thicker membrane on it and flesh left. And that's a lot harder to scrape off with their other knives we use. So he's just got a skinning knife. He's going real slow, right tight to the hide, nice and flat. Alright, there's one of his ears. He just cut it off a little flatter, took some of the cartilage off of it. there, he's already got it all pretty much worked all the way off to the edge of the hide here. Now he's just pulling the nails out of this little section here so he can cut right out to the edge of the skin, not leave any little bit left on the hide. Give us the best looking product when we're done. Now he's gonna put nail back in so he can pull out the next nail. Just so we're keeping it in the same spot and not losing tension on it. You want to make sure you get a nice sharp knife or a dull knife. That's going to put a lot more work on it, make it a lot harder for you. He just got done sharpening it, so it's moving pretty nice. And you can use any type of knife for this, but works easiest if you have a skinning knife, or this one's specifically a Beaver knife. And it's got a rounded end on the blade, and it's got a sharp edge all the way up to the tip on the blade up here. And you just keep on working all the way up and around the face, cleaning as much stuff off as you can get. Now normally, while he's doing this, I normally scrape off the other stuff on here, but we're down a man tonight, so I'm videoing this for you guys so you can learn how to do it too. But after we get this one done here, I'll help with the rest of them. He just keeps on working it nice and slow along the edge, all the way off. That he's just taking a little bit of fur with him just to clean up the edge and make it look a lot cleaner. Well, he finished cleaning off the face here. It's flesh that he took off already. And now he's just taking the knife and scraping a little more off of it to try to get it as thin as possible for us. So when we try to tan it, it doesn't got as much oils and stuff left in the hide, and it'll tan a little nicer for us. He's just taking off the higher, bigger chunks of flesh that's on here. But all these little pieces all come off with our other fleshing knife or scraper. There you can see they're just getting, you can see the blue of the hair starting to come through the, that means you're good and close to the hide. He's got already all this top half done. Figured it wasn't worth showing because it's just same thing over and over again. We'll show you again down here. All he's doing, just keeping it at like 30-degree angle or so. Whatever angle you find is best for you to be able to scrape all the stuff off. And that is all the fat that he's scraping off, which we have quite a bit less than a lot of other people will have because we skin ours a lot closer to the hide when we do it. Just trying to get right up on the edge and get a bunch of that extra little fat off the sides of it. That's pretty much all it is, just scraping away. And now they'll just do the same thing as he did on the front legs. Just gonna take the knife and the skin along it, because the other knife can't get up in there because it's a little more thicker and stuff. Just trim that off. Right now he's just taking and trimming along the edge of it, make a nice clean cut so it meets up nice. He's just gonna repeat the same thing on that other side when we get there. And it'll close up real nice in the end. We'll show you that when we close her up here. So now he's got the fleshing scraper, don't really know what to call it, but it's just a little loop and it's got a blade on each, or a sharpened edge on each side of it. You just keep it at a little bit of an angle and just scrape away. And how you know you're down enough is you have this red color at your flesh. When you're down far enough, it'll turn this nice white, so you know you got all the flesh off of it, the fat and everything else. But that's what the other scraper looks like. That edge and the other bottom edge is sharpened, but only on the front, not on the back edges of it. Here he's just trimming off the legs a little bit, so like you can pin them and it'll be nice and flat. Now it's optional if you want to stitch those up or however you want to close them, but we just bring them in and we'll show you, bring them in tight to each other like that and just pin them. Now he's really getting into fleshing it here. That's all you're gonna pretty much do around the entire rest of the hide here, or take your knife and do it. But this is the easiest way we found doing it like this, and this is just how we do it. Just going around the leg hole again, and you kind of ripped a little bit, so now you're gonna trim that off here. Cut her off nice and even so you can pin and close it up. So you can see all the other fat and everything else peeling back. You know, you got a nice clean skin there. And that would be one of the nipples of the beaver, so you make sure you don't want to rip a hole right there. It's real easy to. Well, we got the two front legs pinned up here, but we're pinning up the back legs now, and all you're doing is just pulling one side over to the other one and just nailing it back so they're pretty much closed up and touching. That's all closed up, and that one will dry out and come out nice and closed up. Now we're just going to do the other back leg. Get a couple more nails here. Right there, it's all pinned up, ready to go, and this hide is pretty much all done. Ready to sit here and dry for the next week or so, and she'll be ready to take off and all be finished out all nice. We got our 2 small ones here out of the 3 that we caught. The big one, we ended up taking him back off and salted him and rolled him up. You guys stick around and watch that. We're gonna be probably here trying to end up tanning it, but we got our other one we still got to finish, pinning the legs out and fleshing it, but this is what an all flesh hide looks like. There's hardly any fat left on it. You can see how much is left on this one, but that one will look like this one when we're done here. But now here are some beavers that we've already stretched, dried, and fleshed and everything, and you can see we cut the lips off of them on here, and you can see how they're an oval shape and not rounded. This is what that will turn into when we're done. So stick around and find out. Well guys, thanks for watching. That's gonna do it for this one. We got 2 of our hides here. We got the other one down below here, but make sure you guys like and subscribe so you can see all the other stuff we're doing here and help us get to 1,000 subscribers, and we'll do a beaver catch and cook because Connor wants to eat some beaver.